So Donald Trump has won, and now we're hearing that there are many Democrats who want to flee the country. We've seen some celebrities flee, and we had this story about Ellen DeGeneres. She apparently fled, and she called P. Diddy Cuddle McSnuggle stuff. That's not a joke. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure she called him Cuddle McSnuggle stuffs. I wonder why. Could Ellen have been going to a freak out? I don't know what they're called. Something like that. Freak-offs. Well, now we have this Democratic mega donor, Reid Hoffman, who might leave the U.S. after Donald Trump's victory. Why? Well, of course, the narrative coming from the machine and the Democrats is that Donald Trump is an evil fascist man who wants revenge against anyone who dared try to stop his evil Hitlerian plot. And I'm being a little hyperbolic. They say that Trump is a fascist and he's going to go after his political rivals. They say Kash Patel is going to imprison journalists. It's all lies. You know, Donald Trump didn't go after Hillary Clinton. So fully expect what we'll likely end up seeing from the Trump administration is that any criminal charges that we get are going to have evidence behind them. Kash Patel is going to go after people who committed crimes. And I wonder what Reid Hoffman may be so concerned about. Donald Trump is not going to arrest a random guy who donated to Democrats. Something else is going on with Reid Hoffman. I don't know what, but there are rumors circulating this man. I tell you, this man was maybe involved with Epstein. I don't know. Don't ask me. That's just what Wikipedia says. And they got a leftist bias. Well, here's a story from Fortune. They say in a matter of weeks, LinkedIn co-founder and Democratic Party super donor Reid Hoffman has gone from pouring at least $10 million into the Harris presidential campaign to contemplating a U.S. exodus. Hoffman told close friends and associates he's considering a move overseas. 3 anonymous sources told the New York Times last week. The 57-year-old tech mogul helped finance E. Jean Carroll's private sexual assault lawsuit against Donald Trump. Reportedly said he fears retribution from Trump. Trump has been explicit in his intention to seek vengeance on political enemies, saying sometimes revenge can be justified. Now, of course, they're omitting all the deep context about lying, cheating, and stealing and trying to burn down this country. But sure, it's just Trump's evil, right? The remarks came after he was convicted of 34 felony charges related to hush money payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels. And of course, they don't tell you those charges are fake. That's right. I'm gonna let you stew a little bit. For the liberals who end up watching this video, I'm gonna let you stew a little bit. They're fake. Hold on, just give me a second, because I want you all to be like, how are they fake, Tim? How are they fake? 34 charges that were felonies. However, there was no underlying crime as required by the statute. Thus, they couldn't have actually brought the charges. It was originally 34 misdemeanor charges for potentially falsifying business records, but they added, quote, in furtherance of another crime, which they never proved. So they upgraded these 34 misdemeanors, and it's not even 34. It was one check. And they turned it to 34 instances and then turned them all into felonies so they can lie in these articles. But you know what? We're seeing through all of it. And look, man, the media hopes that you're all stupid. And as we've all proven with this past election, you're not. Maybe there are a lot of people who are disinterested or uninitiated. But once people just read it, they're like, huh? You're lying again. That's all they do. So who wrote this one? David Paul Morris. No, I'm sorry. He's the photographer. Sasha Rogelberg. Can't be trusted. Hoffman, through a spokesperson, declined to comment to Fortune. The Billionaire founders' defeatism and private contemplation about leaving the U.S. are shared by a cadre of wealthy Democratic Party backers who have been left licking their wounds in trying to move forward to Harris's defeat. The Times reported more than 80 billionaires backed Harris's election bid. Now, just recently, I was on Michael Knowles' Yes or No, and I was asked, do I think celebrities may actually leave the country because of the Diddy files? Basically, the question is, they always say they're going to flee the country if a Republican wins, and they never do. And I said, this time, maybe. Because this time you got the Epstein and the Diddy stuff, and that's pretty dang serious. The wealthy are fleeing. Goodbye. Hoffman's potential move is a mouth-watering prospect for America's wealthy. More than half of U.S. millionaires said they plan to leave the country following the election, regardless of who became president, according to global citizenship financial advocacy group Art and Capital. More Harris supporters than Trump supporters expressed interest in the drastic move. The search for a second or third passport comes as economic uncertainty under a new president reaches a fever pitch, according to Art and Capital CEO Armand Artin. While Trump's policies are more likely to favor the rich, emigrating elsewhere may simply feel like a freeing option for those who mean to do so. His policies are not more likely to favor the rich. These people are liars. Since 2016, we have known the Democratic Party is the party of the wealthy. Thanks, Vox.com. Okay. Hoffman's trouble with Trump. Before I read this paragraph about what his troubles may be, let's read some other paragraphs. Ah, yes. Reid Hoffman over on the Wikipedia. First of all, I'd say the dude needs to get healthy. And RFK Jr. would like you to be healthy, good sir. And I look forward and I hope that you take that into consideration. Hoffman's been an influential figure in political circles, being a member of the Bilderberg Group since at least 2011 and the Council on Foreign Relations since 2015. He has actively participated in political funding and advocacy, contributing to various campaigns and organizations, and has been a vocal proponent of democratic institutions and voting rights. Really? Okay, well, let's take a look at his personal life. He sounds like a prominent guy over here, and always been on podcasts. Masters of scale. How about all that teaching, investing, artificial intelligence, LinkedIn, career? Look at all of that stuff. That's all very, very interesting. Honors and awards. What's this? Personal life. In 2004, Hoffman married Michelle Yee. The couple resides in Seattle, Washington. Hoffman is an avid player of board games, including Settlers of Catan. Ooh, a superb choice. And has said that such games are good training for business. So far, so good. In 2019, it was reported that Hoffman had hosted a dinner attended by Jeffrey Epstein, along with Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. In September of 2023, the Wall Street Journal reported that Hoffman visited Epstein's private island for a weekend in 2014. Okay. Hoffman claimed the purpose of the meeting was to raise funds for the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and that he regretted interacting with Epstein. Why? There's questions about what regret pertains to. Let's say I go skateboarding and I fall and I sprain my ankle. And then I say, man, I regret skateboarding. Does it mean that I regret ever having skateboarded? Or does it mean that I regret that one day I did and I sprained my ankle? The point here is, what about your meeting do you regret? Do you regret that after a rather casual meeting with a man on a private island where you enjoyed shrimp cocktail and Chardonnay and then went home, you are now being smeared as being involved in whatever it is Epstein was involved in? Or do you regret that you engaged in certain activities that Epstein may have filmed and perhaps would release, or it will be released? I wonder why so many billionaires were backing the Democrats. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's better for them financially, or maybe it's because some of them were interacting with Epstein in certain ways that were recorded. I don't know. I'm just saying it's right there. They say in July 2024, the Washington Post reported that Hoffman made a multi-million dollar investment into the election technology company Smartmatic, which is currently undertaking defamation action against several press outlets. How about that? I wonder if perhaps he engaged in some untoward activities with Jeffrey Epstein on that island, and the information may be released. Where's it Fortune.com says? They say even prior to Election Day, Hoffman expressed his concerns about a Trump re-election and its implications for entrepreneurs who publicly criticized the former president. Hoffman's own pushback against Trump had material consequences. In May 23, a jury found Trump liable for sexual abuse after defaming Carroll over her allegations, awarding her $5 million in the judgment of the civil cases Hoffman helped fund. Now, why would he do that? Why would Hoffman help fund a 30-year-old case that's only possible thanks to a new law that just got passed? Doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. I literally talked to business leaders who are fearful about speaking out against this because they're fearful of retaliation, he told CNN. Former American Express CEO Ken Chenault backed up Hoffman's suspicions, arguing in a Bloomberg interview that fear is the reason CEOs have held their tongue around Trump, that retaliation could take the form of IRS audits or using means to jail people without due process, Hoffman suggested. Americans who prize respect for the law, stability, and prosperity, including even business leaders who might value the last three of those most highly, should take Mr. Trump literally and seriously, Hoffman wrote in The Economist. I'll tell you what I think. I see a guy who frantically and desperately lobbed everything he could at Donald Trump for seemingly no reason. Honest question. For what reason was this dude so just hell-bent on going after Trump? Wouldn't you, as like a billionaire, perhaps like Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, lobby Donald Trump? Mark Zuckerberg is. Mark Zuckerberg is asking to be involved in some way in tech policy. Elon Musk got on board heavily and helped Donald Trump win. Reid Hoffman went nuclear in the other direction. Why? Again, if you're a billionaire and your whole thing is like, we're going to make money and we're going to run business, wouldn't you lobby the president and say, let's talk policies and how to make this work for everybody? Unless there is a new incoming FBI director who says we're going to release the Epstein list and you're sweating bullets. Don't look at me. What do I know? I'm just some guy complaining on the internet. Good luck, Reid. I'll leave it there. Smash that like button. Share the show with everyone you know. Become a member over at timcast.com. We got more segments coming up for you. Stick around and we'll see you all shortly.